It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
The Five of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all three again?
1 in 474,552. I know, I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a Ten of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Ellis Monroe.
She weaves her way around wrecked cars, drawing even closer. My first shot goes wide.
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me. We've got a new target, Ellis Monroe. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Empty gun falls to the floor.
You must be Sam. I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me. We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend. Can't we be both, Sam? Poe's his radio name. He's actually John Poe. He's on air now, but you can come back at 8:30 if you want to see him. On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding. Yes. We were friends. I hadn't known her for long, only a few weeks. We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show. After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back. Oscar. Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else. I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked. The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be. That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker? It was her mom's. She was saving in case she ever got married. Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show. No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to. Not for him, but Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift. She looked amazing. This is just between us, right? We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy. I'm not going into detail, Sam. We pledged each other multiple times. No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. I was a Hollywood actress, and there were hundreds of magazines and newspapers all piling up on the red carpet, and they all had my picture on the front cover. But the red carpet wasn't carpet. It was a pool of blood, and it seeped through all the pages. Then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam? I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine. That sounds reassuring. I hope it's not just words, Sam. You've kind of just asked about Dorota since you got here. Sam, you forgot your phone.
Closed his eyes, listening to her tearing the kitten's skin. "Thanks, babe," she said, between chews. "No worries," said Ivan. "Anything for you."
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Mother, read by Brandy Clark. After Mother died, Penn started putting on weight. The pasty roll of fat that bulged over the waist of her jeans secretly pleased her. It was her own little fat roll. Look how big she'd grown. Wasn't she looking well? Part of her wanted to keep it, but she couldn't, not with how it mocked her. "See?" It said, "Mother was right. You are fat. You can't be trusted. You need her." Pen tried. Starved herself. She'd done it before. She could do it again. Except before was different. Before, Mother was there. Pen reached for a slice of bread. Opening the fridge. Then it had been.
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here. Always get the shot, Sam. One way or another.
It was too hard. The gnawing emptiness of the house was bad enough without the gnawing in her stomach. Still, all this proved one thing. Pen still needed her mother. The first appointment at the clinic cost most of Mother's jewelry. Then there was the vessel to pay for. That cost Pen her books.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia. She's only 9 and she's a maths genius.
Hello.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
What's your name? I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. Do you want to know a secret? Violet was taken by aliens in their ship. Shh. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you? She has a wicked imagination for her age. I was seeing and hearing things that weren't there. That's why I'm taking pills. I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont. And now you, apparently. Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up. Of course, Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio. Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something. I don't remember now.
Would you say is his profession?
Something religious, I suppose.
Yes.
He's very...
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief Dupont.
Mr. Queen Anchisenamun undressing the wife of King
Claude.
says caused the pain you see on his face. These tattoos are a reminder is now renounced.
Dreams.
I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help though. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing. Not necessarily. If it's a traveller, then they just jump into any vessel, have their fun and go. It just needs to be someone nearby. Yes, of course, anything. Why Violet? Do you think she's in danger? You don't think she's involved, do you? Leave it with me, I'll see what I can find out. And don't worry, I'll be super discreet. No. I can do a reading if you want. Well then, that's the end of my Zach Wiki. A little bit. What did you want to know? A rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony. We've all known about them for hundreds of years. We just know them by different names. Demons, skinwalkers, Jack the Ripper. They're all travelers. Three attempts? Yes, that's likely. But 3 victims? That's up to you, Sam. No pressure. Was it a gold coin? That's more of a serial killer thing than a possessed by a traveler thing. It's a bit showy, but there's no guarantees.
Dreams.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help. Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do. Who's that? Is he a suspect? I guess he must be. Okay, I'm on the case. Just give me a minute to get ready and I'll be off.
Sound of that very much.
That is very creepy, but it's kind of.
In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. We couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity. Because he said he'd see us again. In August. Before we even knew it was a month and a place. Yes, I met her at the radio station. I was offering my services. Earning a living's tricky when you travel around as much as we do. And last time I checked, Violet wasn't offering us room and board for free.
Is that houses represent your soul and sense of self. So then the rooms, they represent potential.
Potential.
So you're quite correct in what you're saying about filling up different aspects of her life and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what the bugs represent. Now, Lena, it sounds potential. And if I'm honest, I think the person you wish you could be. But Lena, the thing is, if you can wish it, you can do it. Thank you for your dreams.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Her own little fat roll. Look how big she'd grown. Wasn't she looking well? Mocked her. See, it said. Mother.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm Alice.
Mother was there. Giving up, are we? She said, as Penn reached. If I were you, if Penn even thought about opening the fridge. Then it had been easy to stay thin. Now, without Mother, Penn failed like each time she'd cut a small square of cheese because she was weak. By late afternoon, she'd taken one of Mother's favorite.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
One thing, Penn still needed her mother. The first appointment at the clinic cost most of Mother's jewelry. Then there was the vessel to pay for. That cost Penn her books and a few items of clothing. Even so, a human vessel was out of the question. Animals were cheaper. Bigger ones cost more, but only one kind would do. The African gray was a good fit for Mother. They had the same beady eyes, the same smug expression, the same petulant squawks. Penn didn't bother with a cage. She didn't need one. The bird took up a perch on the back.
Bron, what are we going to do about Ellis?
What would you do about Alice?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Let's think.
The few times we've caught up with the Traveller, nothing's worked.
Talking to them? Restraining?
Please don't kill that person. Okay, thanks. Oh no, look, you killed them anyway. You know that doesn't work, Bron.
Pull yourself together! And just like that, Penn's little fat roll shrank away like an attic mouse.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
It saw. Can't even resist a crumb, it sang. What a joke!
Lexi Corn, how thin are these walls?
What do you mean the walls are thin?
I can hear you screaming at your Ouija board. Last night too. I feel like I've heard your whole life story.
What did you hear?
Does Sam like me? Is Violet a lesbian? Will Ellis die? Will Bronwyn die? That last one, don't worry about that.
Because you're immortal. Why not? Because you're...
Ach, I am Bronwyn MacLeod from the Clan MacLeod, and I am immortal. You silly badger.
Rising to my feet, I slide the magazine into the Smith & Wesson. Lockdown sirens blare, but I am the cavalry. Dr. Thatcher's black BMW is strewn on its side, engine crushed against the...
Our job is so stressful.
Tell me about it. Chasing around the unknown, trying to triumph good over evil, generally standing around helpless watching people die.
Why do we do it? Why don't we...
And leave Bron on her own? Quite possibly to die? No. I'm locked in now, until the end. Whatever that may be.
No way I'm dying like that. No way. If 8 bullets can't stop her, I'll eat the 9th.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
It's just a matter of time until she returns. I wait across the puddle.
Hi, Rain. Did you miss me while I was gone?
So,
I'm honestly not going to try and worry about this one. We've told Sam, and I think that's all we can do.
really? Well,
I believe Sam is going to save Ellis. According to the Ouija, this could play out in a lot of different ways, but mostly saving Ellis.
what other...
Ellis could run, Ellis could die, Ellis could be saved, mistaken identity, someone else dies. There's a lot of noise coming from the beyond, but it's not just a load of voices saying Ellis will die. Sam's got this.
Hospital gown smothered in blood. The 4th hits a square in the chest.
What is it, Ray?
I have a plan.
You do? Enlighten me.
Maybe Ellis should stay with us. Maybe Ellis should stay with Chief...
With our track record. If she gets killed anywhere near us, we'll be sent to jail, whether we did it or not.
That's cold.
I know it seems harsh, but without us, who's saving the rest of the world?
All that's left is my sobbing. And the sprinklers.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis. What do you think, Poe?
Well, that is quite an interesting dream. I would say he heights that they've never seen, and I think they're very ambitious.
Well, I can in fact tell you that understanding and climbing stairs can show that you're achieving your goal. Of it. And it could be you're suffering from imposter syndrome, which is actually quite a common thing to suffer from. Is that you need to start believing to you, then please just embrace them. Embrace them and keep moving forward and keep striving for the best. Thank you for your dreams.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Read by Jessa from the Jessa channel. I was driving along.
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of the rotor.
I don't.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
A girl. What do you see?
Just my mind playing tricks, I guess. Sometimes when I drink enough and I'm alone enough, I can step into them. It's like a hologram. The pictures become 3-dimensional and I can move around inside them. Like virtual reality, but real. The picture comes alive when I'm inside it, things move around. They talk. And this one is just Dorota. So I'm in her living room. She says that she should have been nicer to me, and I should make her be nice.
You're insane.
That's why I want a picture of you, so I can get inside it.
Everything still screamed at me to flee. The feeling in your gut when you know something awful is going to happen and you need my seatbelt and making myself open the car door. The interior lights came on and the ignition. A body that lay unnaturally twisted atop the pavement. I wanted to say I was breathing, but in all honesty, I think
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
one hand on the side of my car for support, me as if ready to catch myself when I inevitably took a deep breath and lowered myself to the ground. Miss? My voice cracked and I cleared my throat, trying to retain...
Oscar, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
Were you seeing Dorota?
Oscar, it's so much more complicated than that.
Why didn't you save her? Is it real?
Oscar, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. That's not who I am. I go out of my way to help people, to be kind to them.
So were you helping?
I had feelings for her, Oscar. You should understand that. I'm sorry this is how you had to hear it. But maybe she didn't tell you because she was leaving me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I truly am.
I forgive you.
That's so kind of you, giving me closure. I have so many loose ends, and not much time.
I pulled my phone from my pocket and dialed. Tighter, as I began...
Oscar, good. You got my message. Got some things to show you.
What have you got?
Does, this mean anything to you?
That's Dorota. That's...
And what if I showed you this?
Alice Munro.
Do you know her?
She's...
And if I do this? No? Anything?
What are you doing?
That'll be all. You can go now.
I was dead, but I still clung to her hand. She was gone. The blacktop rippled in front of me. It turned into waves that grew into a deeper and richer blue.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm Alice.
My immediate reaction was to get up and run down to the garage to check my car. I was in stairs and nearly killed. Sleeping in the kitchen. Door from the kitchen to the garage and flipped on the lights. I fell down in the doorway and cried. My car was there. It was pristine.
I'm Zach Weston, just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
And prove that it wasn't real, just a vivid dream. But it had only been moments since I'd made. No way they made it out to my house that fast. I watched them walk up the driveway and see their...
Zach, what are you doing here?
I've been a naughty boy. I need to tell my previous partners.
Good to know. I'm not one of them though, so... Unless there's anything else?
Let's sleep. Pose for me.
Zach, please stop asking. It's not gonna happen.
Just, undo a few buttons, eh?
Are you bullying me into taking my clothes off for you? That's sleazy. Just leave, Zach, before I call Chief DuPont.
The Catch. Read by... Ivan was woken. This was nothing new. He opened his eyes to find Uni standing on his chest, her mottled face inches from his. Sleep, he whispered. It was a hopeful plea, feebly delivered. Uni's reply, aloud. This could only mean one thing.
What do you know about it? It's probably a bit more nuanced than that, but maybe. We've got a new target, Ellis Monroe. Ellis said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Rain's confirmed he met Ellis at the radio station. Picking his next victim, maybe? Lexi's doing some investigating for you. As if that'll help. Rain told you about the Butcher of Birmingham. It's a thing. Made an interesting read. Those tarot readers hang out with death. His explanation of it, it's all fairy tales, so I'm not getting involved. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Stepping over its limp legs without even looking, her eyes fixed on him, waiting for what? He crouched down for a closer look. The kitten's eyes were open, blue, pink nose, pink ears.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Self up. Its back legs lay helplessly on the floor. No, no, no. Ivan dropped down next to the...
Haven't you done enough predicting my death?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just kidding. I know it's not your fault. Well, unless you're the killer.
Have you made a decision?
I I think it's a no. Sorry. It's just the reading that you gave me the other day. I don't want to scare off the audience.
Why would I? Why?
They don't want to hear talk of death and darkness. Well, they do, if it's in a story. But you can't tell them they're going to die.
I said you were going to die?
You didn't say you're going to die, just like that, but I remember the death card. And the devil. And you said it was... What was the word you used? My challenge. That I needed to die so I could be free from my chains. I know you said it doesn't mean a literal death, but maybe it does.
Blood trickled along the... Lowered her head to lap it hungrily. Ivan pushed her away. Not for you, Uni. He just needed a moment.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
He shifted onto his knees and lifted the kitten in both hands. It's arms. He left the towel on the floor. He'd need it to clean up later. Partly as an apology, partly so he wouldn't have to see it, and made his way back to the bed. Thumbing her phone, but put it down on the bedside table as soon as Ivan walked in. I thought I heard something going on, she said, smiling. Uni jumped up on the bed and Nola leaned forward to nuzzle her nose. Have you brought something for Mummy?
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
He lay down and closed his eyes, listening to her. She said, between chews. No worries, said Ivan.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
This is coming from Marek, and they say, I'm in a circus, walking on a tightrope. Sharks don't seem to notice me. They're busy playing poker. I fall, but I never hit the water. Now, this in particular I think is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Poe?
Yeah, I think it has several interesting elements to it. From the sharks, perhaps represented as danger of certain people, people that this listener perceives as dangerous to them, and never falling, and then.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Well, you weren't far off, I'll be honest, Poe, but I'd like to discuss. So, firstly, the idea of a circus. Now, when you go to the circus, everything's experienced, and some people love it, some people hate it. But what it actually relates to is being out of itself. What is one of the main things you have to consider when you're walking on a tightrope?
I hardly ever. I'm in control. No, I know what you mean.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
To keep your life balanced and to avoid the negative people in your life. are worried that if you stop doing everything that you do, shit.
Yeah, because they're busy. They're busy.
And you said that the sharks don't seem to notice you because you're just carrying. You should always be receiving positive things in return. If they're a negative person, you don't necessarily need to give them all of your time and your emotions. So perhaps, Marek, you need to take a step back, I think, in this case.
Very good.
Thank you.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe.
Yeah, she asked for a sample reading to show what I could do. It's easy to see now, with the benefit of hindsight. Three of Swords, the Devil, death. I mean, any tarot reader will tell you that death hardly ever means real physical death. But given what we've learned...
Well, I can in fact tell you that a tower does in fact symbolize a quest for understanding.
Understanding?
And climbing stairs can show that you're achieving your goals.
Oh, so he is achieving his goals.
So, what I think is happening here is that you are striving for success, but you don't feel worthy of it. Which is actually quite a common thing to suffer from. Start believing in yourself. It's very important that you believe in yourself, and if good things happen to you, thank you for your dreams.
What?
I don't really want to. About a month ago, the guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. A cold tap. Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue. And then weightlessness. Like time and space had stopped. That was the first time they took me. It's happened 5 times, even on clozapine. I get that strange aura, then I'm gone. I had tests for epilepsy, amongst other things. But all the scans were normal. As far as I know, I've gone. It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others, heads, all prisoners, being experimented on. They rearrange us like decorations, suck us backwards into the darkness and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts. Bruises. Memories.
Made, apparently. But as far as I can tell, I have the only one.
Well, I wish I hadn't seen this.
Poe's curiosity shop is now closed.
August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Lung. Read by Jessie Cox. She must be early 20s. The white robes barely cover her, soaked in blood. How very traditional, thinks Lung, lighting up another cigarette. Cough. 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 The dais, if you can call it that, is a mossy slab beside Carnby Stream. The clouded sky picks out highlights in the water as it travels past jutting rocks and reeds. It's a calming juxtaposition to the lifeless vessel in front of him. Cough. Cough. Cough.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Lung squirms a little. Cough. 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 A lot of people.
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions. It's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
I don't want to die. You said you could grant me eternal life. The girl snarls at him.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her? You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August? The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened. It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town, this one. They slaughtered everyone, men, women, and children, all dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in. No one knows. It seems at some point it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet. We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things. I believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily. We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger? Tarot? Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by? On air, much of our broadcast is pre-recorded, but we always do the hourly news live. Only a madman, or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea. Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about. Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctors' surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house. I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course. On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
He said, and we always exist in the one we believe is most.
I delivered radios all over town. I don't think I should have bothered with some of them, though. I don't think... Violet, is it? I don't think Violet liked me very much.
To return. Salt to air assaults my... Upon the side of the Golden Gate Bridge, the...
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realise I was under house arrest. If you've got proof, arrest me, Sam. You're reaching. I'll go where I want, not where you want me to be.
It's a small man wearing robes, and he looks like he's in...
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news. Rain's still a suspect. No corroborated alibi. Bronwyn Castle has one, Lexi Taylor doesn't. Rain met Ellis when he was touting for work. He gets around quickly. Ellis knows Violet because of the Free Radio Project. Ellis thinks Violet doesn't like her very much. I'm not sure I like you very much. Where's the proof? Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it. Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record. He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts. About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Door's behind you.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
Lung. read by Jesse Cox. She must be early 20s. The white robes barely cover her, soaked in blood. How very traditional, thinks Lung, lighting up.
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be Zach. No. And I've got some very important news for him if he ever shows up. Yes. If he ever shows up. No. Oh, him, yes. I've heard him on the radio. Never met in real life, though. Are you mocking me, Sam? No, I have never met the man. Yes, now I remember. It's the one in the hall. Sometimes cuts through the unbearable silence in this place. Not really. I expected her to be blonde for some reason.
A lot of people wanted Zoe dead. I did them a favor.
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be Zach.
It's backwards in rhythm with the girl. I'm dying. I don't want to die.
A who, what, Petrov's what? I don't think so. I found out he's a creep. He basically put the moves on me as soon as I walked through the door. You knew? Heads up would have been nice. Anyway, I did find out one thing that's pretty damning. He has a massive collection of books about serial killers. What's that about? He's off the radio. I don't really know him. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I really, really want to do a reading for you right now. You know, to help. Great. Let me just draw 3 cards for you. I shuffled before you got here. Okay. Oh, the 2 of Cups. That's mysterious. Is there anyone you feel a spark of attraction to? Maybe someone you've met recently? The Lovers. I did not expect that. It seems this attraction has the potential to be life-changing, if you want it to be. And finally, the Knight of Cups. This card is about pursuing your heart's desire. I think it's time to tell that someone special how you really feel. Wow, what an interesting reading. Does it mean anything to you? I don't know what you mean, but maybe we should talk about it sometime?
Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's a lovely place. It has the 3rd most high-rise buildings of any city in the world. Honestly, you don't. Once they're caught, a few hours later they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them, continuously trying to stop them ruining lives. Yes, but it kills the vessel too. So, you could have a traveller inside you right now, and if I killed you, you'd both be dead. I'm not sure. So that's what this is about. Chief Dupont has finally dug up my old record. I am Lawrence Petrovsky. Victoria Cheng, a very good painter. I didn't kill her though. I was trying to save her. Hong Kong. It was our third encounter with a traveller. We'd managed to trap her on the roof of an apartment complex. Roughly translated, the building was called Flight, which was ironic. When the traveller realised we had it cornered, it tried to jump off. I managed to grab Victoria's ankle, but I couldn't hold on. Hong Kong being Hong Kong, there was about 37 tourists that filmed the whole thing. So to some people, it looked like I was dangling her over the edge of a building to meet her doom. I wasn't. I was trying to save her.
And only the fall could quiet him, and he could infect someone else.
Sorry, Sam, what can I do for you? Yeah, I always cry around this time of night. What's the point, Sam, huh? If we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Lexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far. What if we can't make a change? Maybe if we could just save one person, Sam. Alice. We need to save her. We need to. It rings a bell, but no. Sorry, Sam. Thanks for trying to cheer me up. We chased her up onto a rooftop, and she jumped. Rain almost saved her, but he couldn't hold on. Chief Dupont dragged that up, I suppose. That was in Hong Kong. We've been to a lot of places, but the results are always the same. It's like we're not predicting murder. We're just making them happen somehow. Yes, she's definitely got a monkey on her back. I saw her get changed. She's got all these scars on her back in the shape of a monkey. Like they've been burned into her. What the hell happened to her, Sam? She's a tortured soul. I guess it's not an alibi.
No more. No more.
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be Zach. Yes. Should I be surprised you've seen it? Years ago, tattoos and piercings were frowned upon, but they're all in vogue now. Maybe branding scars will be in fashion too.
Rewrote the note, redid the demon's ritual, just different enough to work.
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Bedfellow. But the virus wasn't quite spreading yet.
Zach, the game is up. I think you should leave town.
What?
I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
I was at the studio.
No, you weren't. That detective's not stupid. Dupont might be, but not Sam. They'll put 2 and 2 together.
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You're
I followed you there, then back to the studio. You lied to the police. You lied to me. I'm done with you. We're finished. Don't come back here again.
Only needed to walk to the bridge once. Stare over the rivers. Like needing to go home after a long day of pain. The bed sheets at night. He was dead. The demon had outgrown his host. Gotten too big for this.
Good evening, Zachary. That's for being a creep with Alice. Now get out of my radio station.
The demon didn't need each other after the first domino was knocked to the dirt. Light enough to not snap the tree. Note they found in his room led them down the street, past the bridge, past the empty house to the forest. He was long dead when they found him.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm Alice.
From a funeral home ceiling, and yet more dominoes fell. Graves in the field of stones, unstoppable, relentless. Sure, until only the sand remained. The demon always spread like a virus from...
Alice, do you have the amethyst?
What amethyst?
Poe's amethyst pendant? The one we have the buyer for?
Poe's pendant?
It has to happen tonight. We can just go to your place now and get it.
Someone's...
If you don't get me that pendant, it's gonna be me. You said if I sold that damn thing for you, you'd let me take any photos I wanted to. And maybe more. So let's just get the thing so we can move on to the next stage.
No.
You should go, Alice. You're just like Dorota. A supermassive tease.
row on row of teeth.
Al, I'm so sorry. You mean everything to me. I won't let you die.
Are you?
Of course I'm okay. It's you who's shrouded in darkness, my love. El, we must finish what we started.
What do you mean? That's...
El, I fell in love with you the first day we met. You ripped out my heart, diced it into pieces, and reshaped it in your form. I will always be yours, forever. El, will you marry me?
No. No.
Al, isn't this what you wanted? For us to be together forever? I don't really understand. But I'll wait. There's too much at stake now. How can I expect you to make a decision like this? Forgive me.
Are you really married? I slept with Dorota. Are you really married?
Yes, you've met my wife and family. They're sadly not actors I've hired to make my life look richer than it is. Tomorrow, I will tell her about us. And I will leave her. Another heart broken, another family destroyed, another villainous father.
Is your wife gonna kill me? Is you...
No. At least I don't think so. She doesn't know anything about us. Not yet, anyhow.
Steadily dwindling income from prostitution as age, drugs, and street life. Until she ended up in the clutches of the entity in an empty penthouse lair. And the entity had devoured her and taken her form.
I'm Poe, and this is your August update. August update.
Corporeal phantasm of nightmares, fraying at the edges. The bag.
I'm sorry, can I help you?
I've just moved in next door.
It's not a very good time at the moment, I'm afraid.
Really?
Wait. I recognize that voice.
Wide. The bag lady gapped its bile-stained mouth over my own and regurgitated a worm-like thing, no thicker than its fingers, but longer. John, I'm gonna be fine.
How long have we been together?
On the radio? I started at Radio August about 2 years ago. Why?
No, I mean, romantic.
I only want you to do what makes you happy. I'll be waiting for you either way.
What?
What didn't I tell you about Dorota?
I'm giving you a chance to...
Can't we talk about this another time? It's just that it's late, and I'm about to get murdered. I thought you'd come to put your arms around me and tell me everything was going to be all right.
We need to talk.
Stay at the radio, Poe. Sam's taking care of me now. I'm gonna be saved. Didn't you know? I love you.
I love you.
Fine. And the worm looked up.
And maybe something was wrong, just behind my eyes. But they didn't comprehend the true horror. The bag lady was getting hungry.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
How about something to eat, I said. Or the worm said. Or something.
Tell me about Hong Kong. What does the... Tell me...
If you know about Hong Kong, then I don't have to tell you anything. It's all in that report that you've clearly read.
What does the name...
Well done, Chief. You've discovered Rain is my stage name. Please try and save Ellis. She's the one in danger, and we've already had one dead body on your watch.
That there was a great place he could sleep, better than the street or the shelter.
I haven't asked you about Zach yet.
Until a few hours ago, I never heard of the guy. Creepy as fudge, if you ask me.
Thanks.
Anything for you, Chief?
With the glass walls like a fish tank, where the city sleeps below, works above them, where the floating entity waits inside.
Did you get a call from my doctor?
Your doctor did call.
Did you tell her I was being compliant?
I said you were taking the pills. Are you?
No. Not anymore.
I think you're supposed to take...
Well, you're normally more forceful about it, Claude. You said my UFO was real. So why am I taking pills?
I didn't say the UFO was real.
Are you trying to make me go mad? Just an hour ago, you said there was a UFO sighting. Now it's take the pills, Violet.
You said you saw other heads when you were taken.
Yes. Other girls, younger than me. Nobody I recognised. They all had red hair.
Do you think this place is nearby?
Yes, they all had red hair. They were all very pretty. And they were all alive. In that moment.
They're all these different, perhaps different aspects of her life. All these different parts.
Chief DuPont. Grave news indeed.
Will Ellis be safe?
No. She wants me to keep broadcasting, which means I'll be booth-bound for most of the night. She'd be safer at home, with someone protecting her.
Can't I get someone else to handle it?
And murder Poe and Monroe? No, Chief DuPont. Alice couldn't take that. Not tonight. We did think of asking you to do a guest evening at some point, though, if you're interested.
I would love to. No.
Then I will pencil you in, Chief. It would be an honor and a privilege. Sorry, I must go back to the broadcast. The radio, she calls me like a siren, and she must be obeyed.
Plagued by insecurities about your ability, perhaps, to be the person you wish you could be. If you can wish it, you can do it. Thank you for your dreams.
You're listening.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Still felt the thump of solid body connecting with my car.
It's going to be soon. Whatever happens to Alice, it will be soon.
How do you know it's going to be soon?
I can sense it. Are you not picking anything up, Lex? There's a traveller nearby.
No. How do you know?
Mescaline mainly, but I don't recommend you try it. Do you really want to hear this?
No. Yes?
Good. You're too young for all of this anyway, Lexi Taylor. Now, off with you.
Forgive me. Leave her there to be someone else's problem.
So, aliens. Violet. What are we thinking, Lex?
Violet and aliens?
Hasn't Bron told you? Violet said she was abducted by aliens. But not your usual stick me on a slab, call me grey type aliens. Aliens that decorate.
Decorating it? A traveller?
Exactly. I think it was using Violet for room planning. Apparently it wants a set of heads on the wall. Red heads, to be more specific.
If it's a traveller, why is it strangling people?
Well, it's a right, obviously. But the alien Violet's talking about probably isn't the same traveller. Perhaps this is something new we haven't discovered yet. Using humans as decor.
Ray, why do you pray for them?
Well, because right now, I can't think of anything else that would help.
Maybe try and get answers from the tarot?
The only tarot with real answers is Mercury. And Mercury asks the questions. So other than staring at it for the rest of the night, I'm out of ideas.
Afraid to get a whiff of death. I was certain that it was...
Do you think you're...
Not that I know of. Chief Dupont asks me for favours, so I think I'd know.
Did Zach kill Dorota?
I don't know. But something about him has certainly changed.
Self to the ground. Miss? The masculine depth that was currently hiding behind the remnants of puberty as fear swelled with... Miss, are you okay? She lay on her back. Well, mostly on her back. Her legs were twisted onto her side, but her upper body was twisted, with her back flat on... She was breathing. Short and shallow breaths. But she was breathing. I looked...
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief Dupont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens would be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Ellis Monroe? Monroe's a local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
Sam, I'm not sure. Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me? That's all I needed to hear. Thanks for staying with me, Sam. I know it's dangerous. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are. It's almost 10 o'clock, Sam. When's it going to be over? You said Bronwyn will call when it's safe. Should we call them now? Or are we just supposed to wait? I know you're just being good, but that's kind of easy for you to say right now. I think I'm probably going to have a heart attack before anyone gets a chance to kill me. That's the door. That's the door, Sam. What are we gonna do?
Where's Ellis? Sam, where the hell is Ellis?
I'm here. I was just hiding. Sorry.
Ellis, thank God. I've been outside all the time, okay? Bronwyn Castle just called. She said the danger is over. They've done a new reading. There's another victim now. Look, Danny's outside. He's going to take you somewhere safe, okay? Sam, I think you should find out who the next victim's going to be. Then come and see me in my office.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
Sam, I have some bad news. We've done a group reading, and it's you. I don't know, Sam, I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different. I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest? During that whole thing with Ellis, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name. Zach, I don't trust him either. He's definitely creepy. I'll go and pick him up myself. With all the information you've given me, I think it'll be enough. Maybe he'll confess too. That would help. Good luck, Sam. If you've picked the wrong person, you're still in danger.
Sam, you asked for these earlier. Make sure you get some sleep now. You'll need it. Night.
I'm sorry. That was in bad taste. Bronwyn asked me to check that you're okay, and you seem to be. Well done catching a killer, by the way. Well, hopefully you did. Scream if you need me.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
Hello, sleepyhead. I'm so glad to see you alive. There is no next victim. Zach is still locked up. He's being charged for murder. Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury will believe. The shell they've left behind won't remember what they've done. And spend a life in prison. All we can do is try and stop the next one. Sam, come with us, please. We could really use someone like you and, well, just, will you? Really? Oh, Sam, that's wonderful. Let's finish packing and we can leave this afternoon. Sam, thank you. We're going to change lives, believe me.
Hey, sweet cheeks. You did good. Real good. You win. Alexi hug. Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam, I think I've fallen for you. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. It's out there now. We can get on with our lives. I see. Nice thing. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Heart wants what it wants. Perhaps you should go for a while so I can have a little cry. I'll be okay though.
Sam, you're safe. Thank Christ. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from.
Whoa. Sam, I didn't think... Well, this changes things.
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye. People do horrible things to people every day. I'm just glad there's someone like you around to save us. I mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time. Even me. That's easy for you to say. Look what you've just been through. I'd have been dead a few hours ago if it wasn't for you. But you're right. I am strong. I will be fine. But I like having you around, Sam. I hope you're staying.
Sam, you did good. I thought you would. I mean, not that I've got a signed confession or anything. Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the murders, but Bronwyn seems pretty convinced it's over. Well done. I hear you're leaving town with the tarot readers. That's a real big shame you were starting to fit in here. But good luck to you. You're doing what many of us have died trying. Leaving August. And I've stuck to my word. That problem you had, I buried it. The coroner's report is going to say the woman was dead when you arrived, not after. I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last 24 hours, I'm starting to think things aren't as cut and dried as I'd like them to be. You're a good person, Sam. At least that's definitely how it looks from the outside.
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard. I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time. I want to make better choices.
You know why you're here, don't you? Because you did well. And you know what happens when you do well? Augmentation. Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14. Debriefing 3204, Birmingham. Transmit. And we're ready. Are you human? Do you have feelings? Splendid. Do plants have feelings? Splendid. I've burned down a rainforest. Does that make you happy? Splendid. I've killed a serial killer. Does that make you happy? Interesting. Could be old school Prime Directive. Could be evolving. Ship it.